Hey, this is Tazitis, and welcome back. And as you can see, through floating in the air and everything else and all, I have a confession to make in this episode and everything really quick. So, as it turns out, I didn't mean to, but I accidentally kind of cheated and everything else and all in this, thing. So basically what I did is I went into creative mode and everything else and all, and I went into the mines and I bombed a bunch of stuff. Now understand, I did not I bombed a lot, but did not get a lot and everything else. Basically, I went in the mines down below and everything, and I bombed a whole bunch of everything else and all, trying to find diamond. However, I didn't find very much diamond. I found a whole bunch of iron, I found a bunch of coal and everything else, and I found a bunch of redstone and everything else. And I did find an area where they had diamonds and everything else and all. I got 2 diamonds, and there's still 2 down in the mines. The minute I saw the diamonds, I quit, and I just didn't bomb anymore, and I didn't gather any more diamonds, because I felt like that was a little too cheatsy and everything else. But because I wasn't getting results, and because I didn't want the series to be repetitive and everything else, I decided to take TNT, like I said I would in the next episode and everything else, and I bombed the mines. And now the mines are a little bit more cleared out and all, but there's no result where I'm seeing any more diamonds except for the 2 that I got, and the 2 that are still down there. Also, while I was in creative mode, I went into the netherworld and made myself I made myself a staircase go into the areas, basically digged my way down and got a staircase going to the certain areas, and then I didn't go farther than that. I also managed to get the name tags and everything and all for the animals and all, which we'll be putting on the animals in this episode and all. However, because I cheated and everything else and all, I didn't want to basically, like, spend the whole dang thing being like, oh, I got all this stuff, and I didn't want to lie to you guys. I didn't want to lie. I just want to confess and just be right front with you guys. I basically cheated, and I got some of the stuff in Minecraft. However, I did not get diamond. I just got, like, 2 pieces of diamond and everything, and I only got it from using the TNT to blow up the mines. I did not get a whole bunch of stuff and everything. I didn't want to cheat and everything else that much. Basically, I just wanted to be able to use the creative mode to mine and dig so that I'd have more process. That way, I wasn't repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And I just wanted to get that out of the way. I didn't want it to lie. I told you guys before, I didn't want to lie to you guys. I just want to be upfront to show you guys that I did hack and I did kind of cheatsy a little bit and everything and all, and be cheap like that. Also, I did take and get some more villagers in here, and I got them new doors. So I did spawn in some more villagers and all, because I said I was going to do that. And also, I did mention in multiple episodes and everything that if it got too hard and I couldn't get any process done, and the progress kept being the same, I was going to go into creative, do a couple things, and then come out and everything and do this. So, to be fair, I did not lie, but I do feel guilty about this and everything and all. And for the sake of that and everything, I just wanted to be aware and just be aware and just go ahead and confront that and confess that right now and everything else and all. So for the next few minutes and everything else and all, as you can see, because I feel guilty about cheating a little bit and everything else and all, the next few minutes I'm going to spend it just kind of killing myself and everything and all out of guilt for what I did. And I also kind of want to show you guys what I did, basically, and everything else. And I hope you guys don't hate me or think, you know. Basically what I did is I went to backspace and I went into this, and you go to settings. In settings and all, it says default game mode, and it shows you where you're creative and you can go to survival. And that's basically what I did. I just went from survival to creative in the world, the settings, and that was it. And all I did was just change the game around. And I also got name tags to name the dogs and stuff with. Stop it. Getting wrong. Get the thing. Gonna go into settings, and now we're gonna go straight back into survival. Okay. Now that that's confessions out of the way, now we're gonna spend the next few minutes killing myself paperly for you guys' enjoyment, and hopefully that'll erase the guilt and the stuff that you guys probably do. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I feel like I could have probably done a lot more, but I hope you guys enjoyed that and everything, and I hope that, like, erases the guilt and everything else and all and stuff. I really feel bad, but like I said before, and I didn't lie to you guys, I said that if I wasn't going to make much progress, I was going to go into creative mode, and I was going to get a couple things that I needed, and even then, I didn't get that much. I only got like five name tags. I only used it to, like, mine. That way I wasn't collecting, I wasn't wasting time mining over and over again, because I didn't want things to be repetitive, I didn't want things to stay the same. Also, there's also another reason. By the end of this month, I'm going to be getting a new Kindle and everything else and all. Until the end of May and everything, I'm going to be getting a new Kindle. And I'm not sure if it's going to wipe out my progress or not. Because every single time before then, it's wiped out my progress. And I've had to literally start over again and again. So I've literally got until the end of this month to either to make progress on this video game. And to make progress on, like, the animations and everything else and all. Otherwise, I won't be able to otherwise, all the footage is going to be lost and I won't be able to do anything. So it's crucial and everything else and all that I get at least this series done. That way, if I have to and everything else and all, we can start another series and everything else and all, and get that taken care of and everything before the end of the month. I've also been trying my best to push myself to work on the animations and everything, even the ones that ain't really good. Plus, I'm also working on Mother's Day gifts and everything else and all on top of that. So it's a little pressuring and everything else and all, knowing that I ain't got that much time. So I do feel really bad and everything and all for cheating and everything else and all, but I did tell you guys in the beginning of everything I was gonna use the creative mode to do this stuff and all, just so you guys didn't have to keep seeing the same thing over and over again. But from now on, I will, especially in our series, especially this one, I will spend basically the time that I've got to basically rotate around and just do this stuff off screen, but I won't be doing it in creative mode. I'll be doing it in regular survival mode, and I'll be, like, grinding it and doing it the hard way. Basically doing it the hard way, instead of taking the easy way out. That wasn't... And it's not really cheating if you guys want to do that and want to do it yourself and everything. Like, there's no rules to Minecraft. You know, it's just, like, what people prefer, and I believe that lying to people isn't really good, and also, we've said it before, there's a lot of people that tend to lie and exaggerate, especially even when it comes to video games, tend to lie about things on the internet, and I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be, like, honest. It's like, yeah, I used cheats, just because I wasn't getting anywhere and everything else and all, and I won't do that again. Or if I do it again, well, I won't do it again. Let's just say that. I won't do it again. If I do it again, it'll be in a different series, or it'll be in a series where I tell you guys flat out what we're doing and everything and all, or something like that. So, again, I'm sorry, you guys. I hope you guys understand. I just didn't want you guys having to say the same thing over and over and over again. And after this episode, and everything else and all, we can get back to the normal stuff, but I just wanted to clear the air and just confess to you guys that I did something that was a little cheap and everything else and all, and I could have but all I did was basically just use it to mine, but I'm not gonna make excuses. So thank you guys so much and everything. I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys are not getting bored of this by now. Anyway, let's skip ahead real quick